Hey, Bruce, you expecting Mike and Shane back for this one?
Mike got out of protocol and got a day of practice in today, so he's good. Shane is still up in the air. We got one more shot for him tomorrow, so we'll see what happens.
And give me a breakdown on Texas Tech. Is there a hotter team in college basketball right now?
No, they've been special, and they've done it without, I guess you would consider their two mainstay guys. They've done it without Shannon and McCullough at times. Obviously, McCullough came back and was really instrumental in their win against Baylor. Mark's done a great job. They got some veteran guys that transferred in, and he's got them playing their butts off, and they're playing together. They're playing hard. Their defense is a little different than what you see on a normal day. Obviously, taking charges. I think 6 last night against Oklahoma State. And then just kind of allows a lot of freedom on offense. It comes down. It's going to be toughness. It's going to be discipline. It's going to be, can we defend them one-on-one? And then on the other end, just making the right plays, the simple plays. They take you out of what you normally do with a lot of switching. And, it's some of it we're going to have to move that basketball side to side and make, and then beat them once we move them. I think that's the biggest thing. So rebounding's a big factor. That's the toughness part. They're +8 or 9 overall. And they crash, and they allow guys to go one-on-one, ISO a lot. And then the other guys are crashing, seeing if they can pick up those misses and get their opportunities.
And last one for me, how did the guys bounce back from that last game in practices this week?
They're good. And obviously it was a gut check. It was a heartbreaker. I mean, I can use a lot of words. The whole last, 12, 13 days have been, to me, I would almost think it's a bad dream with a nightmare the other day at the end. We all text with them, talked to them late into the night after the game. They came back very quiet, which you hope, no messing around. We just said, hey guys, we're not going to watch it. We're moving forward. We got to, we know what we did. You make one play, you score up on a press breaker, you make a free throw, you get a stop. You make all those offensive mistakes, you get a stop at the end. You still find a way to win a game. And, I thought yesterday was good. We just tried to make it, short, snappy, prepare them best we could for what Texas Tech is going to do with a hard fought game the night before where guys played 35, 37. Today was a good practice. They just give you a different looks, and you got to figure it out. I still remember a few years ago when they were in the Sweet 16, one of the coaches, they were, going to play. He said, what do you got to do? And if you run your stuff, you're going to be in trouble because they take you out of it. You got to, do some different things. Hopefully we can do enough different things that allow us to score.
All right. Thanks, Bruce. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Next question to Glenn Kinley.
Yeah, Bruce, obviously a tough stretch, 4-game stretch you guys have ahead. What's kind of your message to the guys right now? What are you telling them to try and stay positive, knowing that you're going into a rough stretch?
Well, we went through a rough stretch. I don't know how much you can get rougher without coaches, without players, without practice. Obviously, all you can do is this is about our guys and helping them and being positive. And, we got a great group. I'm just telling you, it's they care. They want to do well. We lack, at times some toughness. We lack some, making those right plays, those right decisions. I think they've watched it. I would, people probably say, you'll go on social media and say I'm crazy. We improved the other night. When they made the run, we stood up and said no more. And we came back and had the game in hand. We just didn't finish. So I would say we made improvement. That's pretty much without practice. And there's some of that this late in the year, you get later in the year, it is mental and understanding and learning. So, so we're just trying to be positive, helping them. They're good young man. Sometimes we tell them we love them, and we do, and we care about them. They're fun to coach. They want to do well. Now I just hope they get rewarded. But no one just gives you anything, especially in the Big 12. You have to earn that.
Next question to Michael Goins.
Yeah, Bruce, so when Texas Tech takes you out of your offense, what happens then? You run kind of freelance, secondary options. What do you do?
You got to move ball. You got to move the basketball. They overhelp everything. Obviously, that's just that's why they take charges. I think I just mentioned 6 charges last night. They lead the country in that. They switch a lot of stuff. I mean, their 5 men can guard. I mean, they're one-on-one defense. You saw it against Baylor, one of the best guards in the country. In those last couple plays, switched the ball screen. The 5 men just said, "Heck, not today. You're not getting a shot off. You're not getting by me." And so I think that, and this is a little bit for Marquise. I think because he's so good with that ball and getting in there. But we saw it against West Virginia, getting the charges. He's just got to be. We want him to go, but he's got to go at the right times. And he's got to realize people are coming. And he's got to make the right play. So some of it just yesterday, we just talked about moving that ball, and then they will pick up their intensity. They'll fight things. They get aggressive. They got depth. McCullough's very smart, knows how to play. Some of those other guys are veteran guys, got, some older guys, and they'll turn up the intensity. So, it's the whole thing is you've seen some of their scores. Tennessee, it was like first one to 40 wins. Iowa State, they were fighting to get the 50 win. We beat them here with Dean and those guys that year. I think 50 something to 40 something. It's just, we got to be prepared for that toughness. I thought our defense was better the other night. Obviously, the last 2 possessions could have made the difference. But that's, we got to stand up and stop them, and then see if we can move the basketball. Obviously, it will help if we make some threes. I think against them, I think if you move the ball, those are the kind of shots you're gonna get.
It appeared TCU played heavy in overplaying the passing lanes. What gave you the biggest problems Wednesday?
With them, they just, I said it, I think after. People ask what's the difference. TCU is more rugged. They're tougher defensively than they were a year ago. They maybe don't have Nimhard, and some of those guys are Samuels, veteran guys that were pretty talented. But the guys they added just are more aggressive and tough. And we didn't turn it over as much that game, but they didn't give us many easy looks. And when we had them, they got you out of rhythm. I thought, you go back and look, there were a handful of plays where we make one more pass, and it's going to be key. Tomorrow morning when we played them, it's you got a good shot, but the next guy has a better shot. And if we can get to that point, our guys, they've been kind of, they have a little thing in practice the last few days, just about, make that next pass, make that next play. And, hopefully we can read that and make those plays that make a difference.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Other questions for Coach? Go ahead, Glenn.
Yeah, Coach, just kind of tell us, what would a win against Texas Tech do just for the confidence and morale of your group right now?
Well, obviously we've had a bad stretch like we've talked about, but you're a team right now, if they were probably rated, I would think after what they've done the last, from the last week, beating Kansas, beating Baylor, beating Oklahoma State, they'd be a top 10 team now, I would think. So, have that opportunity, it would be great for our guys. And, what we've been through, it would be a life, just give us some life, some hope, and that, obviously you beat a top team like that, give you hope for moving forward, and won't get any easier. As you said, they've got a tough stretch coming up, but we've been in every game. If you look at the 3 games, it's 8 points, and each one you had a shot to win or tie. And even Texas, it wasn't totally out of reach, a little stretch, and that was with a depleted lineup. And so we're not that far off, but the scores and the records, we're a long way off. So we got to find a way. And I just hope for their sake, staff's sake, what we've been through, I hope some things go our way. But we got to, like I said before, no one's going to give it to you, especially in this league. They could give a darn if you had 3 players or 4 players. They're coming. They're not taking prisoners. They're going to come, especially this group. They're coming to kick your butt. So we're going to have to stand up and be men. And I thought we did a little bit better, but not enough at the end.